if I can get live on my, yeah, I totally can. I'm fucking live on two things right now. I'm doing my Apex stream, and then I have my, my League stream that's going to be able to see me playing in the background.
And immediately that first ban, the Jacks forbid. They don't want to give him the shot that other teams have given BLG. Learn the consequences of Kalista and Oriana banned out by BLG, as Weibo is going to remove the opportunity for the Rakan pick to come in.
Still the opportunity for the Rumble, though, with respect given towards the pick. You've got the Rumble, you've got the Maoka, you've got a lot of these big power picks, but there's that Nico you were talking about, Isaiah.
Yeah, the Nico not going to be given over to Gao. But Rumble showcased by Ban for the first time his entire career in the last series to great effect. That is one of those picks that you could be looking towards.
Yeah, let me pull that up, and then I've got to.
Really high prio.
I'm doing two streams right now, so I got to pull them both up.
That route, so I think there's a lot of powerful options here.
And I'm curious to see exactly.
Yeah, this is badass.
I think they will probably pick up the Rumble here. The Shy has shown he's a monster on that pick. But I'm curious if they think, hey, we're fine to give the Rumble. Let's go for the Aatrox into it. Let's see if we can kind of just have the Shy beefed in the laning phase.
All right.
Scale to a later portion of the game.
Yeah, that way I have both of them up so I can comment if people say something. Alright, let's do it. Gonna smoke quick, fellas. Oh, okay, he's smoking real quick. What are these teams? What are these teams? We got a Vi pick, a Zaya pick. Got a Nico.
When you go Nico, yes, Rumble is there, but if they do grab Rumble, they're going to be pretty heavy on AP already, and they're going to be having to find some sort of other AD jungle pick. You can, of course, go to like Lee Sin. You can go to things like the Viego as well. Weiwei obviously really happy on the Poppy also, but it is obviously a lower damage option.
And of course, that second champion locked in for BLG, the Zaya. You guys saw the numbers pop up. 98% pick ban presence so far here in the tournament. Absolutely incredible. It's been banned out a ton by both these teams. The fact that it got through that first.
It started a little bit earlier today. It usually starts at like, what's it called? Usually starts at 1 in the morning, but it's starting at 12. So I'm probably just gonna do this one game, and then I don't know how long I'm gonna still be on. After this game, I'm gonna see if my bros go running solo yet, so he can jump in with us. But if he's still playing with his friends, I'm not gonna bug him. Kalista, Oriana, Caitlyn. What? Oh, those are the bands. Yeah, WBG went wrong there going with Rumble. He falls off late game.
And Renata now, again, banned against here by Weibo. This is 10 straight games that either Crisp has played Renata or has been banned against them. They really did start this march towards the priority of these enchanters down in bot lane, playing for bot lane 2v2. So Renata gonna get banned out. When Light, is able to get that strong support pairing for Chris, when they have that dominant 2v2, they've had so much success playing in that style.
And over on the other side, it's support focused, but the different way, right? You're banning out the Nautilus. You don't want to allow On to have the engage potential, especially when you've got Light on this immobile AD carry that can be under extreme threat.
You're going caustic, right?
They want to make sure that's off the table.
Let me make sure I lock in, Pappy.
Yeah, so it's another really good team fighting AD. I think it's actually a great pairing as well with both these kind of
lock in that bad butt.
From the Rumble as
the
well
Black
as
Hammer.
Nico, so a good
Bro just sent me an invite.
That's
one of my buddies.
Fifth pick, for On. Are they going to be playing towards that support wing condition, or are they going to save it for Bin?
Yeah, I think you take the Aatrox here for Bin. He's already played it twice up that top side. I think that works really well into the Rumble, and then you're always able to leave that opportunity there for On this game. The Blitzcrank plan as well kind of says to me that Weibo or Magic is going to be the game plan. They're like, look, we want to try and secure some sort of enchanted support here, so we're not just going to enter into a Blitzcrank lane kind of thing.
And I think it's interesting, right? The obvious thing is to go for that top lane, but some of these times teams are just really focused on the contested supports. They want to have another denial as kind of that additional ban. But in this case, obviously, putting value on that fifth pick support counter pick. This would be definitely an AD option. Haven't seen a lot of it, and is absolutely feast or famine. Is going to get locked in. The Bel'Veth for Weiwei.
I like it though when you've got lanes that you can kind of use to push in and get big advantages. When I look towards the bot lane, the Aphelios, you look like we're going to get diluted there as well. Doesn't scream to me that you're going to have pushing.
Oh yeah, you too, man. Sounds good, brother.
An opportunity to go for
you got my little platinum holo.
Side of the map as well. So it kind of is a little bit tough here. If the Shy
enemies falling with us.
That top side, I feel Bel'Veth won't be able to get these plays off, and she's going to start
got the Pappy back. Time to go ham. Oh, I'm getting punched.
Game on
Bro.
Bel'Veth for Weiwei. So
bro just stole my loot.
won't be able to, grab
Little
something that is really
bastard.
a lane counter on the side of BLG, but it will be the rel. That
Just be
final
careful.
piece of the
I had to
puzzle
run
here
away.
does give them some good
Yeah,
engage
his teammate
to be able
coming
to
up.
follow
Be
up,
careful down there.
alongside that buy, set up potentially for the feather pull here from Elk, for the follow-up from Yagao as well. But when you're looking on the other side, it just feels like
Give
the
me a
entire
better
game to me
gun.
for Weibo is going to be about that top side of the map, about pushing lanes
There we
here
go.
in mid, in top, getting Weiwei involved early
I'm on
when
my
DC
way.
invades, trying to create a really big lead because Bel'Veth is absolutely feast or famine.
And honestly, it feels like the
Give me
huge
one
amount of it
sec.
relies on Xiaohu. I mean, that's your sole engage tool. That's the
Good shit, I'm
sole
on the way.
person that can try and set up for these fights. And Xiaohu hasn't been performing. When you look at him coming in towards Worlds, I think a lot of people are like, no, this is the moment Xiaohu can kind of step up, toss off the mantle of
Coming,
Empire
bro, I'm
Strike,
coming.
falling short in Worlds, but he hasn't got to see that yet. And now against Yagao, he needs to step up here with this competition.
It's going to be interesting because the other question is, do they even have to engage?
I hate
When
this
you're playing
fucking
against
gun.
Rel, there's not really that many options on the other side. And I think Weibo has, in a lot of cases, been very good with their counter engage. And I think both Melio as well as this Nico really do excel in the counter engage.
I can't stand this gun, dude.
That they're going to have. If you're piling in with the buy, all of a sudden the peel, the shields, the heals come through from Chris,
Knock
from
one.
Xiaohu. That can create the space that Light needs to take over a fight.
I mean, you bring an equalizer down on top of a botched engage. Even Bel'Veth, if you try to engage on this carry type of jungler, you can the ability to resist damage and weather that storm in time for the team
That
to come in
sucks.
and help you is there. I'm excited here for this first game. I can't wait to see where we're going to go. We were all talking a lot about the junglers specifically and the way that they've been playing. The desk even highlighted it. Kobe was mentioning how Weiwei just loved going bottom in that entire quarterfinal, just over and over and over again.
Alright.
Shun, more of a
GG's,
yo-yo
brother.
across the rift. He'll go top, he'll go bot, he'll go top, he'll go bot. But when you're up against Weiwei, who's got that pressure, I'm curious if Shun is just going to gravitate even more so to the bottom half of the rift too.
Yeah,
I don't
Lolly
think my
Sports
bro's
Stats
online.
actually tweeted out some kill maps where you can see where all their kills are pre-14. For Weibo, it's basically only in bot lane. Like, everything is bot lane. They
Yeah,
are
nah.
very clearly playing heavily
He's
towards
online, but he's still with his
the
other
Jaina they'll be
friends.
able to.
So.
Alright, as we're waiting on the minions to spawn, a reminder you saw it pop up on the screen a moment ago. You can connect your League of Legends account with Prime Gaming to grab the exclusive Braum W emote that the players have been spamming on each other the whole time here. As the ward is going to spot out Weibo doing a late invade here towards those Raptors.
But look at Finn is coming. They have the extra man defending. BLG have 4 here, and we don't see the extra people for Weibo just yet.
Level 1 could get spicy and get spicy quick. The Shy's going to be found there with the ward in the brush. Now Weiwei and Xiaohu need to try to get out of here. Flame Spitter from the Shy, just buying a little bit of extra time for his teammates to continue the long way home. With a flash Q3 and the Shy's in trouble. He drops down the Ignite, but what's he going to do? On continues the chase as the Shy flashes out. He may be able to survive here. On going to continue after him. The Shy, he doesn't die, but his lane's in a real bad spot.
I mean, this is an absolute disaster. You're playing zero sums, no TP Rumble, starting top against a full HP Bin, and Xiaohu got completely zoned away. Look where he is on the minimap right now. This is an unmitigated disaster. He hasn't even gotten 1 minion of experience yet, and I think that Yagao actually stacked the wave to pull towards him, so Weibo off to about the worst start possible.
And a lot of when we look at these two teams facing off in summer was, okay, can we try and get
Shut
an
up,
advantage
bitch.
on
I got more
BLG side
kills and
for
more
Finn
damage
against the
than you.
Shy? Then we can try and just leave them to their own devices as we look towards the rest of the map. And
That
Finn
Pathfinder that was
certainly got a
talking,
bit of an advantage in this
he'll
one.
need
But he's gonna
830
have to
kills
face,
and like
remember,
maybe
this is no
like
TP.
200k.
He's gonna be down likely 2 levels right off the rip from this play. This is absolutely horrible for them. And I'm just surprised that Weibo didn't pull up
So I
strikes
said,
because
shut up,
it's
bitch.
so
I got more
obvious they're
damage
going to
and
be
kills
going
than
for
you.
this type of invade. Anytime you're playing with Bel'Veth, your first camp is their
Alright,
Raptors,
Christian,
not
take us
your
somewhere, bro.
Raptors.
Let's do it.
On moved up,
Oh,
Kristen, that was the
apparently I'm the
difference.
jumping
Especially
master.
when we said, hey, look, your bot lane actually is going to
Well,
be
I
in a
hope
bit
you're
of a
ready to
better
fight.
spot than we were talking about in draft, but you still want to try and get push on the map to facilitate this Bel'Veth to keep invading, keep getting in the space of this fight. But when the Shy is completely out of top side and you don't really have as much control as you'd like over mid lane as well, it's going to make it very
They're
tough for this
splitting.
Bel'Veth
Jump
to
this
get
one.
what she wants.
At least for the Shy, there was a cannon minion there, so I mean, I think this one did not potentially be as bad as it might have been, but 17-4 is such a big lead here. He'll be able to mop up some of these underneath the turret, but that level 1, such a disaster for Weibo. They're going to have to claw their way back.
I'm trying to get to you. No, I'm not getting to you.
I mean, we'll see
I'm dead.
how it all shakes out as far as the total experiences advantage, but when you watch
I got my
the
gun
rankings,
stolen
we're
again,
looking
dude.
at 3, right? So you do see that temporary massive XP disadvantage. On the other side, there was a cost, of course, for Elk because Elk did get zoned off.
Weiwei getting caught out now as he tries to invade the enemy jungle. The
Revive,
Bel'Veth not
revive.
wanting to fall behind.
No.
A little bit of HP. Luckily, does not have to spin the flash. Can go back down into the bot side river and claim the Scuttle Crab thanks to the lane push that his bottom lane has acquired.
Yeah, exactly. So Weibo's bot lane, really a lot of pressure on them now.
He's running for his
how
life.
badly everything went on that top
sleep,
about
bro.
the importance of Belvat stealing away enemy Raptors. One
I'm
through
down to
level
just
one.
restart.
He's going to come back around, find the second spawn of them, and Weiwei should now also be able to get this Scuttle Crab on the top half of the map too. So double Scuttle early on is going to feel pretty good. As Bin goes in pretty aggressively here, finds a nice trade on the shot.
Yeah, I think a large portion of this is going to be seeing, hey, can Weiwei try and keep up this pressure? But Shun now has an advantage where he can move into the bot side, hasn't been spotted. There is a ward here, but it might be a little bit too late as On has flash.
Well, yeah, looks like Shun's just going to step in the vision there real quick, so Weibo should know what's going on.
I really want to see if Bin can actually hold that wave off the turret though, because he TP'd back and the Shy had no buy.
Nah,
Immediate flash engage coming out from On as Crisp is forced to flash away. He's nearly killed, but
if
he
he
keeps
wants it,
himself
he
alive
can,
just a
but
little bit longer.
my
First blood back over to the rail as BLG.
I don't know if my bro's
board.
gonna join or not. Hang on, let me go and see what's
Flashing
going
gaze
on
there
with
from
this.
On. Shun with a follow-up, but they can't quite turn it around.
Oh, never mind.
Couldn't
I
get
sent an
away.
invite. He joined.
But again, on that top
You
side,
got a buddy that
I'm
you're
really
playing with?
interested to see what the Shy is going to do from this position, because he had no buy. Bin gets the buy, comes back, prevents the crash, and
That's
now
fine,
he's going
dude.
to try to lock him into this wave state where he doesn't want the Shy to ever be able to crash the wave and then
I'll see
actually
you later,
look
man.
for
Love
that
you.
base. So Bin is trying to hold this off the turret as much as he can. He's going to try to stall out these rain minions
Yeah, he's
and say,
playing with
you don't get
someone
the
right
base,
now.
you don't get the buy. That is the advantage that I've gained off of this level 1.
Yeah, I think he needs to pull Weiwei up here if he wants to try and do something, but Weiwei needs to get back
Here,
to the
I'll
spot
invite
side and
this
try and protect
dude.
his camps from Shun, but we're going to see here, I think they
So what
saw that
time is
Shun
it?
had
Like,
gone
I think it's
away
like
after they saw him initially poke his head out on that ward,
12:30.
and then Chris
Yeah.
not quite able to get back in behind the tower in time, get enough healing off as well, and you can see how much damage has gone onto the BLG side, but they just can't respond.
Exactly. They tried to throw everything in there. The summoner heal, the cozy campfire, the warm hugs, everything in Nelio's kit, but just not enough still. The damage was there from BLG. They're first on the board. However, you look at how close the gold is. The first blood with an assist is worth 600 gold. There's not even that much difference here between the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And there, the Shy hit 6, uses the equalizer immediately to
Yeah,
crash
that's
that
fine,
wave.
bro.
So it's not going to get stuck in this long, extended laning phase that Bin wanted them in with no items.
We play a couple more, however many you want to play, and then you can bounce out, and I'll go play with my
The troll laners honestly
brother.
doing a really good job of recovering from what was a difficult situation at level 1.
Yeah,
He's got like 2 people right now, but I've got
scoreboard,
someone I'm playing with, so I'm not just gonna ditch you. You know what I mean?
The amount of camps farmed in the jungle, Weiwei is up significantly there on this Belvet, so trying to keep pushing the tempo on this carry-style jungler as he hangs out down here in the bot lane now, but the ward placed over the wall is going to spot him out.
I think he's done a relatively good job, though, of getting control now, using the push to travel bot side and mid to start to teeter over towards, I was going to say Dragon, but Shun is here to try and protect it. I think it's just getting vision down before they started up. But you can see, at the moment, BLG trying to respond.
Now, On finds a stun there on Light, but immediately has to disengage. As you can see, control over that river still belongs to Weiwei. He's got his smite. He'll secure that as Shun wanted to come up, potentially fight for it. But Weiwei, again, maintains control over these Scuttle Crabs throughout the entire early game so far.
I think Shun has been doing a good job of tracking where Weiwei wants to go, though, and he's kind of keeping him in check here, making sure they can't use the advantage you had off both waves, and because Weibo hesitate, they don't actually get to take the Dragon immediately, so BLG are then in position to respond, and now it's going to become a case of, alright, I'm going to steal these Raptors, try and set up vision on this top side, and more than likely play for that Rift Trail less than 30 seconds, maybe even catch a Shun as he moves in here.
Weiwei level 6 versus Shun only level 5. Could be an easy knock-up here, but I would expect for Weiwei, Shun is not going to win this 1v1. So much damage coming out from Weiwei, not enough to force a kill. The flash wouldn't have been available anyway, but Shun is now forced back out of that quad.
And that's huge, because there's not anything on this bottom side. Shun hasn't hit level 6 yet, and he really wants to have that before the Rift Tower spawns, but now you're in a position as Weiwei where you get to clear out Raptors, immediately fall back over towards this Rift Tower with the push that you have on this top side. Thanks to Shy doing a good job, despite the early deficit, of now bringing it back in that top lane match.
And now it finally means he's able to take away multiple cams from Shun. You know, he hadn't been able to get them. He had been farming heavily on his side of the map, but now he's going to push him out, get the Raptors. He's going to take the red. He's going to get the Krugs. It's going to be a full topside clear of the enemy jungle, and that could potentially mean a Herald after. That could potentially mean a dive top after.
I
don't think
got
that
it.
Weibo can really contest this because Weiwei is still moving up, so he's just going to trade for that Herald kind of as expected on the top side, and that is so much more valuable when you are playing on this Belvet. You get the little Voidling spawns that are coming out. That really does help the push. Plus, you get that additional empowerment from taking...
Get me out of there!
And even just look at the little purple bars that are underneath Weiwei and Shun's portraits. That's your levels, and you can see how far ahead Weiwei is. Plus, he's going to be able to go in onto this top side, take Raptors, zone Bin off of this wave as well as its mentioned crash from the Shy, and keep full control over this top side continuously. This is becoming a massive issue now for BLG, and honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Weiwei just gives a ton of those resources to the Shy with the Rift Herald to just take down first tower and get this rumble rolling.
The Shy doing a great job bouncing back here. This is a huge wave crashing into the turret that
fine, man.
It's so rough, and credit to the shot. He actually slow stacked that wave while his jungler is
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
Herald.
I'll blast him off.
Really well played. Chris defends the red buff on that bot side, and he doesn't even have to commit to Herald for the play. He just walks
Okay.
up. Bin knows he's
Maybe,
gonna die
probably
with the
not.
Ignite, and the
Depends on when I
equalizer
work tomorrow.
available
We'll
if
see.
he tries to stay under that tower so they get a couple plates.
Alright,
And
right.
I want to say 3+ waves to Bin as well, and he just uses that tempo recall, gets back down to pick up the red buff that was defended again by Chris. So this is really well played by Weibo across the map. I'm super impressed.
And this looks like the Weibo from earlier in the year. Not the one that's going to, hey, we're going to take Poppy and dive you over and over again level 3. It's, hey, we're going to try and get some sort of control here over in the mid lane. We're going to start playing up towards the Shy in that top side as well. Now,
We'll watch this a little bit.
we can actually
Flip around real quick and watch this.
And use the pressure that Xiao, who had been so famous for coming across from Orange.
And it's so interesting, right? Because when they came into Worlds, everyone's like, yeah, you're going to play to the Shy. That's how they got to Worlds. And it became this total pivot towards bot side, where that's all Weiwei was doing, these poppy dives towards bot side, all these moves down there constantly. The emphasis on for Crisp and these range supports that have been so powerful for them, but clearly trying to be flexible, trying to catch BLG a bit off guard, and thus far it absolutely is working. But of course BLG not too far behind whatsoever. It is just a 600 gold lead at this point.
Right.
And they are the ones with the engage on their side. So if you do misstep, if you do make that mistake, BLG are more equipped to punish it, whereas Weibo really need to push the pace, because when you don't have engage, I feel you heavily have to dominate the objective game and force your opponents to come to you, because that is the way that you choose your fights, is when you're stacking those dragons, when you're threatening those barons, and they have to engage into you.
And that's where I do get a little bit worried, because Yagao has a lot of control in his back pocket for that, but Weiwei hovering Shun is available.
Yeah, Shun recalling nearby, but Weiwei's gonna dash forward. As you can see, Shun now coming in to reinforce Bin, but he's burning up the equalizer over the top, and the Shy picks up the kill.
Nicely done by Weibo. Bin waited way too long. He wanted to try to bait this play out. I think he overestimated how much damage he could take, and that late flash really means he gets punished. Now the entire tower is likely to fall. On's trying to come here to reinforce.
Man, Aatrox can be deceptively tanky, but a drain tank doesn't work when you cut his healing. The Ignite just absolutely wrecks him, and now that's another massive amount of minions that are just crashing into the turret.
Also the fact, like, he's going for this Hex Trigger early, wants to try and get a ton of that early magic resist, so he's a ways away off of actually having a lot of that AD damage that he wants his kit to try and sustain off. Even going towards things like Core Drinker are going to take a little while.
Okay, hold on. Maybe a little bit of a scrap here in mid. Chris comes up to reinforce, make sure Xiaohu's okay. On stepping away there from the Ultra Mega Fire Kick, so nothing's coming of it.
And one of the dangerous things about itemizing in towards something like a Hex Drinker, when you're against a lane bully like Rumble, you want to rush towards it, but there's an AD carry, you know, jungler style here.
Weiwei gonna be engaged on here as Shun goes in. The Vi ulti leads the charge, but now in the back line, they're still keeping him alive. Weiwei getting away. He makes his way to the blast cone, and Weiwei survives the counterattack. Where's it at from Weibo? They're not gonna get anything back for it, but the fact that there's no kills for BLG was huge. Now Xiaohu's coming in looking to lock down Yagao. He tries to get away. Skin of the weekend gonna work. The Shy flashes over, and he burns them all up. A double kill back to the top laner from Weibo. These guys came to fight.
Scatter the Weak isn't going to work on the Shy. The Giga Chat top laner flashes past it and roasts him.
The Shy honestly popping off and saving that play. Xiaohu whiffs on the ult, whiffs on the Tango bars, and the Shy says, who needs CC when I can just roast them alive?
Credit to Crisp as well, flashing to get in range for the heal, for the Breath of Life, for the shield, everything coming through, and everything needed to barely keep Weiwei alive.
Yeah.
That is a big fight and a big turnaround here from Weibo.
Yeah, I mean, really, really good job here. You can see Xiaohu spots out that they're all there. Weiwei gets caught, but just being able to at least zone, even for Xiaohu there, is big. Because as you say, Chris gets timed into flashing, get the shield, get the heal. The blast cone barely interrupts Shun on the back end of that as well. And here, Xiaohu tries to get the flash in, just barely misses, but the Shy's in the perfect position.
Yeah, just watch the Shy right here, is able to flash in over top of the scatter. Beautifully timed there. Nicely done by the Shy. Picks up the double kill. And you can see he's feeling good about that one.
Oh, it's going again. It's going again.
We're not done. Bin falls in the 1v1. The Shy, despite a disastrous level 1. Isaac, you said it at the start of this game. It's as bad as it could have been without giving up a kill, and the Shy is now 4-0-0. It is a massive lead for Weibo right now, 14 minutes into the game, and they're going to start up the second Drake of the game.
What did you think was going to happen if he gave the Shy Rumble? Like, even set behind early from the level 1, he's popping off again. And I mean, this is reminiscent of the Shy right the way back in 2018. Dominate lane and then go on to win the whole bloody tournament.
It's so interesting because I feel like with the Nico coming through early, BLG thought that they weren't going to go for the Rumble. I think they didn't think they would go towards the double AP soul lanes. Maybe thought that they had limited them enough on the AD jungle picks that they wouldn't be able to have success. But Weiwei locking in the Bel'Veth here has really enabled it very, very effectively. He's farming incredibly well. He's put on pressure. He's taken objectives. And check it out in the lane economy snapshot here, powered by MasterCard. 2,400 gold lead in the top lane. That is ridiculous.
And it's literally the reverse staircase of what we usually see for Weibo, where it's like, it's actually going to be more the Shy who's trying to sustain in that top side. But now that he's got given the resources, he's in a terrifying spot. And I mean, look, it's 103 gold in that bot lane, but Light is going to scale so well with this Melio as well. Like, BLG need to find a way to slow this down, or they are just going to get absolutely overrun in these fights.
I mean, it's already a 3,500 gold advantage for the side of Weibo. The Drakes are tied. Weiwei's working on the second Rift Herald of the game here. As soon as it spawns, Weibo's going to be taken down as the Shy just picks up another one. This man is on a mission today.
Yeah, on to off real quick. The Shy finds him. And it's just nice positioning there, right? You can see, hey, look, we are trading that Rift Herald on top side. Let's get the vision. It's your standard play for the support, but not having the jungle, and then not having a top laner.
Pop Blossom lands. They tie him up in the Tangle Barbs, and Weiwei's ready to bring him down. Alley-oop. The kill goes over to Light, and now the push comes through. These guys are ready to absolutely wreck this top side. Beautiful plays coming out from Weibo.
This game is getting out of control. Weibo are stomping them as BLG were trying to push for that tier 1 bot, but they get a kill around mid. They move top. They get a kill up there. They push in. They don't even have to use the Herald yet. They're going to be able to still have that for later, try to take a tier 1 bot or even push for a tier 2. Weibo are in an incredible position. And what a shocking start to this game is now the Shy's 3,000 gold ahead. He's got Equalizer. I don't know if you even want it.
Yeah, this is tough, man. I don't even think you win these 2v1s. He's going to go ahead, drop the Equalizer to zone Yagao away, turns on the Flame Spitter, his Shun goes in for the ulti. They try to wombo combo him down, and the shutdown goes over to Yagao. But what about the counterpunch? The TP comes in from Xiaohu, but they disengage in time. Shun and Yagao picking up a critical shutdown there onto the Shy, but man, he still put so much damage down while they did it. They have to find moments like that. It's the only way they can get him.
Big moment though, because as you say, they quickly got in, dispatched him, and you burnt the TP from Xiaohu, so you kind of disrupt all this tempo advantage that Weibo started to build up, because you can see push in top, control over mid. It was starting to become a bit of a nightmare for BLG, so they're starting to slow that onslaught a little bit.
And that's 850 gold in the pocket of Yagao. That was a huge shutdown, but my real concern for BLG is what is Bin gonna get done this game? I mean, look at his itemization. He's got a Hex Drinker, and he's going into lethality. There is a lot of physical damage on the other side. You have nothing, no HP, no armor, no resistances. Light and Weiwei are going to kill you in a second.
And I feel like they've been completely caught off guard by Weibo's stuff, but also the way Weibo are bringing out picks like the Bel'Veth. I mean, last time we got to see Bin bring out the Rumble. Now it's Weiwei bringing out the Bel'Veth. These teams are leveling up as playoffs goes on, and BLG were not prepared this time.
Going back to what we were talking about in the draft, Azale, you mentioned how, yeah, they banned the Jax away from Bin because he had this monster performance on it. So many of Weibo's, or not Weibo's, excuse me, BLG's wins feel like they come out of big performances from Bin, but he's just locked out of the game this time as the Equalizer lands on Yagao. Weiwei's not going to close the gap in time to make anything else happen, but they force their opponents back. It's Weibo using the Herald here in the bottom lane to force down that tier 1 turret. On gets thrown up in the air, the Pop Blossom's ready to make sure it gets done. And Xiaohu picks up his first kill of the game. 7-2 here, 18.5 minutes in.
You play with fire, you're going to get burned, and On learns it once again as they get that charge off, and Weibo will back it out. But it is Shun on that top side. The split pushing Vi taking down a top tower.
Yeah.
Man is on a mission to get some gold back, but this is looking terrible for BLG.
Here, look, if your top laner doesn't have a Divine Sunder, you might as well bring it yourself up to that top lane. So at least getting the Sheen procs on the tower gets something, but you've already got push. You get to fall back. Dragon in 30 seconds.
Can't do anything.
Yeah. Sean thought he was going to wrap around, maybe look for some sort of a pincer attack, but there's nothing to be found. The Shy's left alone here in the bottom lane. He will pick up the tier 2 turret down there.
5-2 in the turret count is a big reason why this is a 5,000 gold lead here now. It's so hard for BLG to try to fight back from any sort of a fair fight.
And now this really is just so problematic for them. Great, they have some engaged, they have the ability to look for picks, but Weibo are so ridiculously strong at this point. They're going to show up to every single objective, and they're going to dare you to fight them. They're going to continue stacking towards this as the Horizon Focus is even done for the Shy. So he's going full-on damage in towards the Void Staff as that third item. He is going to be destroying people.
Myself and Azael got a chance to meet Teddy backstage, who's the Chinese cast, before we came in, and he was talking about Weibo, and they said, look, we have things that we haven't had to show yet. We got through without having to face an Eastern team. We have the opportunity to play our style and bring out some of these new picks, and you're seeing how terrifying they are and why this team was considered a super team when they were formed in the LPL.
So many conversations that I saw leading up to the semifinals here this week were asking about, oh, has Weibo's run been fraudulent? Do these guys really deserve semifinals? You mentioned only playing the Western teams. Yeah, they played Mad, they played G2, they played Fnatic, they played Energy, then they played Energy again. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, this is where they get exposed. They're not looking too exposed right now.
No, not at all. I mean, they did play an Eastern team. They just lost, right? But here, this would be their first win against an Eastern team at the tournament. Really would be a statement game to come into the semifinals and just blow out BLG in game number 1. No one can really question if you deserve to be here, if you are on the same level as these style of teams when you bring out this kind of a performance.
I think especially when a lot of the reasons that we were kind of looking at over the course of this weekend was, hey, you want to go into red side, you want to get that counter pick support, but the way this draft has been set up, Weibo have been totally fine with getting control over that bot side, banning out the early Renata, and then making things uncomfortable then for BLG bot side. They have full control on top side thanks to the Rumble pick and stuff, so you really do have to go back to the drawing board here for BLG and say, hey, how do we try and disrupt what Weibo have got going on here?
It's tough from a game state like this when your opponents have the champions that they do with these. Already, both of those Rift Heralds having gone over to Weibo have been huge in accumulating this lead. 21 minutes on the clock means Baron is now on the table. If you get another big couple of picks, if you get another big win in one of these team fights, that could hyper-accelerate the state of the game, again, even more so than normal because of the presence of Belvac.
I think you're kind of just hoping now that Yagao and Elk can make some sort of a miracle happen. I mean, both those carries do have 2 items, so they're not so far behind. You know, Light kind of quietly farming away. He's on 2 items as well, of course. You don't really have anyone with an advantage, but you've got to hope that something goes bad here, and Weibo starting up a Baron potentially. This could be an angle for BLG. We'll see if Weibo are going to stick on it.
All right, here we go, Weibo.
Yeah.
Nope, no we don't. All right, backing away, looking for the opportunity for the engage instead. Root hits the Xayah, Elk getting away for now, escapes the Q from the Aphelios from long range, but now Weiwei's gonna look for Bin. If they can catch the Aatrox, it could be big, but Bin can slip away from that one.
Yeah, and Elk had to use his Ghost and lost half his health there as well, so he did use both charges of the refillable potion. They could just go right back towards the Baron here potentially, knowing that Elk is now low. It's very difficult for him to approach if he gets chunked out like that again. It's just gonna be straight back to base, and I think once they clear out the vision, they're just going to start it. They're not going to give Elk the time to heal up.
All right, BLG are going to have to try to stand and stop this. Ulti flies out from Aphelios, but the Moonlight Vigil will not connect on anybody, so Weibo's just going to walk this one back away. They're not so far ahead, they can just hard force Baron, so they don't want to throw the game. Shun now in danger, knocked up into the air, equalizer over the top. Shun is down, and Weiwei's the one to put him there. Now can they find any more? No, but with the enemy jungler out, with both enemy bot lane players critically injured, the Baron should be the call once again.
And that's exactly how Weibo want to try and play this. Draw BLG, try and tease them a little so they want to get into the pit, try and get into the river, and as you get BLG coming through, they pull off, they immediately attack the people from BLG who are overextended, and that gains Baron now for Weibo.
I mean, this is just beautifully played by Weibo. They don't have engaged, you start the objectives, you draw them in, you find the pick here with the knockup. Look at the equalizer, perfectly placed across all 3 members, cuts off any possible escape there from Shun. And with the jungler down, Elkanon really chunked out. The Shy knows it, man. He is just having a game, and when this guy is on, no one can beat him.
I mean, he's just, every time we're seeing him pop up on the screen, he just looks calm, cool, collected. The state of the game has been going Weibo's way ever since they dug their way back out of that hole at level 1. 8-2 now. 2-1 Drake lead, up 6,000 gold. They got Baron for the next 2 minutes and 15 seconds. The next Drake is going to spawn in under a minute, so they'll have total control over the Rift to move towards Soul Form.
Yeah, I think this is nigh on impossible now for BLG because the amount of control you can get over mid-wave, pushing that in, especially with Infernum picked up for light, you start to set up your vision on this bottom side. You then have to try and come through these chokes to try and contest, and that's a fairly sizable minion wave that Weiwei has on this bottom side to put that pressure to also allow them to set up that vision as they work their way through here.
And you can see that Xiaohu was pushing out top wave, but now he's going to move over towards mid because they're nervous about a pick, but the equalizers are insane.
Elk having to pop the ulti here with the very start, now flashing away to survive, and Light goes in aggressively to take out the enemy AD carry. On's going to get burned up next as Xiaohu pops the pop blossom defensively, and Ben's health bar is going to drop next. The Shy leads the charge, and Shun heads right back into the base. Only he and Yagal still stand as Weibo pick up 3 for free.
Weibo are absolutely unleashed today, crushing through BLG, giving him no room to breathe at any turn. They're looking for more.
Weiwei with a flash engage, the knockup on Yagao, and the Shy gets him with the flame spitter to finish the job. Shun's back underneath those Nexus turrets. They still have the entire rest of the team dead, only On just now respawning as the bottom lane inhibitor turret is broken. The inhibitor now under pressure as the same story gets told mid. Weibo still have their push going strong. Xiaohu has rotated up into the top lane to get the last remaining lane, moving towards that completely destructed state. They're not going to get it all the way there, but the rift belongs to Weibo.
Sorry, when I said they could set up for Dragon, I meant you take 2 inhibitors, you just absolutely rinse BLG, make it impossible for them to play the game. I mean, Weibo.
Just kill him,
Yeah, sorry, I can't believe it. I've been away from the LPL for too long.
See,
you know?
player, kill
Yeah,
player.
there you go.
That's the problem. What are you thinking? I mean, this equalizer is nuts from the Shy. He has been so good all game long. Every equalizer feels like it's perfectly placed. And then in goes Light and turns off Elk. Gets in, knocks him down, and they just pile in for more.
Insane stuff from Weibo, and I mean the fact you're getting the Shy crushing Bin in that top side. You got
You left him hanging.
you got Light, who's completely fine on that bot side. It feels like for Weibo, you're in a great spot, and not going to find Bin yet.
Yeah, Ben's going to be in some trouble here. The Shy has backup from Crisp. The Maul's going to keep Ben alive for an extra second, but as soon as that Flame Spitter comes back up, Xiaohu makes his rotation over. The Shy popping the stasis just to make sure. It got a little bit dicey there for a second, but they still get the job done.
That is fair. He is 0-5, and the other side is 7-1, so that's why it was a little bit close, but they do get the job done. And now you're going to get pushed on top side to make sure you can actually get in underneath this tower. And, I mean, how do you try and defend this as BLG? You've got nothing left in the tank.
You really can't. There's not much you can do here. I mean, the only reason it was really close is because it was all AP, but they're going to look for a pick.
Crisp is the target, and they already got him. It cost a lot of ultis to do it. So Weibo now might look for something, despite the fact that they've immediately lost a man. They go for the knockup, but it won't hit Shun. On still trying to play that interference role, allowing the rest of his team to fall back.
Yeah, the Shy is back now, though, and he's 16. The equalizer just about ready, it looks like. Maybe 10-15 seconds on that cooldown, and when that is up, if he places a good one, it's going to be lights out for BLG. So BLG are going to have to be respectful, have to be careful about it, as Weibo will just take away the jungle.
But even if you don't, right? Even if Weibo just ping-pongs these wave backs and forwards forever, it's like 3 minutes until you get an Infernal Drake for this style of composition. It's absolutely insane. You're then going to have full control as well for like a minute and a half with the Baron's up. Like, you have this game in the palm of your hand as Weibo, and it's on BLG to find that moment, find that pick with Shun, with Yagao, that can try and turn the tides.
And the way this game is gone, I got so many questions for how the rest of the series is going to go now, too, because you're saying, okay, Aatrox into the Shy's Rumble has not been an answer. We try to ban the Jarvan, take the Vi. Okay, well, they'll just play Bel'Veth and do perfectly fine with it. Weiwei was out-tempoing Shun like the entire game. It seems like Weibo have answers. We were watching the teams talk about coming into this game and how big the competition is here now that you're into the top 4, and Weibo have done their homework.
And I think when you look at like BLG, the fact that they set the record for like the best win record in the LPL for a split ever, people go, oh, they should be the consistent winners, but they forget that the fight between these two in summer was incredibly close, going 2-1 in favor of BLG. Weibo have taken down teams like JDG. They are monsters, and they want to finish this.
TP is coming in as Shun tries to engage on Xiaohu. Immediately goes golden to get himself away. Flashing right back out of the scat of the week as now Weiwei is coming in from the side. A lot of damage back onto Shun, and he's going to die to Xiaohu. Light now free firing back onto On, who engages without support from the rest of the team. Weiwei is going to do the same, but Weiwei is fed, and BLG's dead. Ben can't get out.
Light's gonna put him in the ground. Wei Wei jumps in over the wall. Elk is the last man standing, but he's Zaya without an ulti. It's gonna be a hard job to get away from this when he tries to do it. But Wei Wei's got a lot of damage resistance. Weibo, get it done. Game number 1. It's a stomp here in the semifinals, and they're gonna start.
Series off strong. Weibo wants to tell a different story here today, taking down BLG in style and making sure that everyone needs to take notice of the LPL 4th seed.
What a birthday present to himself from the Shy. Like, no one got me anything good. I'm gonna get myself a Rumble game, go godlike, and absolutely toast Bin up, get a couple solo kills, and I'll have some cake after 2.
How are
It's
things
time
going?
to go back to the lab for BLG. Game number 1 didn't work out how it should have. The level 1 looked like things should be going great, but Weibo just had a plan for him the whole way through. To break down more about how it happened, let's toss things back over to the desk.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you
Just
so
give
much.
me
It is
1
Weibo
sec.
that
Let me
strikes first. And in terms of the matchup in the top
let me
lane,
mute
ding, 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 round 1.
All right, I'm the Shy.
Okay, I'll be mid. I'll be mid. Oh,
microphone to PlayStation
Kobe,
camera. There we go.
Oh no! The question is Bin going to be counted out for the whole series? What did I just witness?
Yeah, I got it.
No, I don't think so.
Bad Rumble. Yeah, that game was completely blown open, even given the way that coming into the match we were saying it should be about bot lane, but it might be about top lane with these two, and that came true.
And we're going to tell the whole story of the game, I think, through the lens of that top lane starting all the way at the level 1.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to take a really quick look at this, because going into this, Chronicler and I were actually talking about, we're like, okay, they might want to try for a level 1, mainly because you look at this top side. The Shy should have pushing lane top. You really want to play around that. Bel'Veth excels when you can high prio. Not only are pushing late, so you can invade, but also both Rift Heralds, right? Because she's just so potent with that. So we were like, okay, they're going to do a delayed invade. That's not actually what happens. Instead, they're going to go for a level 1 invade, which is incredibly risky because Bin is ready to collapse. There are 3 BLG members here, and they're also going to end up placing a ward right here to be able to spot all of this coming. And at this point, what happens is they're going to go in, they're going to get collapsed on, and this looks really bad for multiple reasons, because like I said, we established you want to play around these pushing lanes, especially with Wei Wei's Bel'Veth. Well, the Shy gets completely chased out by On and Bin. He's going to have to burn Flash. And then the other super important thing is actually in the mid lane as well, Yagao is going to come and get all of this control over mid. So after this play, it looked really, really rough for Weibo, and the big story of this game is how well Wei Wei managed to recover, not only with Shun tracking him, but just also really, really smart early game pathing.
Also, there was a small price to play on the other side of the map because Rel left. You know, but big part of the reason they were able to chase them out is basically all because On is there, kind of gives up pressure on bottom side, so bottom side starts to get a little bit of a CS lead there for the Aphelios too.
Regardless, though, we thought top and mid were over for Weibo, but you said it already, every second counts, and thanks to the reliable Cisco network, Weibo saved Wei Wei in time and ended up securing a double kill for the Shy, which just propelled him in this game.
And the big thing here is that Bin actually wasn't able to get the wave in time, so the Shy completely recovered, which is why when BLG throw everything into trying to kill this Bel'Veth,
Nah,
and
bro,
it
it's
doesn't
low
end up
punches,
working
dude.
out, the punishment is there. He is ready and waiting.
Let's hot drop him,
and
see what we
because
can do.
you are able to absorb the initial blow, don't worry, his moment is coming. And from this point on, the Rumble is unstoppable.
But yeah, I feel what you're saying, man.
I get stunned every time.
Sorry you guys are going through all that.
It's so hard not to flash too early for that.
It's crazy, and I think what we saw from there then was that Rumble just took over. Bin wasn't even a side note in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, this is, first of all, Rumble is broken. This entire tournament has been about finding...
Let him have it.
It's been about trying to find answers to this Rumble, right? And the tremendous amount of push he has in lane, his AoE, his team fights, his zone control, everything.
She's not even there?
Quick break, but it is Weibo taking game one and taking one step closer to the World Final.
Yeah, shot recalling nearby, but Weiwei's gonna dash forward. As you can see, Shun now coming in to reinforce Bin, but he's burning up the equalizer over the top. Now Xiaohu's coming in looking to lock down Yagao. He tries to get away. Skin of the weekend gonna work the shot. Flashes over. These guys came to fight.
Jeez.
So they don't want to throw the game. Shun now in danger. Knocked up into the air. Equalizer over the top. Shun is down. Light now free firing back onto On, who engages without support from the rest of the team. Weiwei's gonna do the same, but Weiwei is fed, and BLG's dead. Ben can't get out. Light's gonna put him in the ground.
I got someone on me. Jeez. Yo, we got people right here. Someone just jumped up the zip line. Yeah, I'm sorry that's happening, man. That sounds rough. Yeah, I feel that. They're fighting in there, they're low.
Seeing against believing. A moment against a moment for the ages. Countless battles, one arena. The realm. The only thing capable of powering the game, the stage, the broadcast, and the worldwide spectacle we know and love. AKA the
Yeah.
Cisco Network.
Yeah, she can be like that, dude. Target's right here in front of us. They're up top. Oh, right here. Oh my. You're good. I'm gonna run over here. I got cracked. They're chasing.
Red Bull
It's smooth.
Bringing in a new roommate to save money, is that the plan?
Say hi to Glenn from work.
Yeah, I think I have a much better plan. We switched
Really?
to my plan from Verizon.
That is a good plan.
Glenn, get my plan starting at just $25 when you bring your own phone. Plus, save when you add perks like the Disney bundle. It's your Verizon.
Careful. Watch out behind you. Oh, come on. Right here. There we go. Right here. She's moving. Yeah, I'm moving this way. I do. Not yet. Oh yeah, actually. On me. What are you doing, stupid? What the fuck? Here, I got a little bit I can give you. Not much, but something. There's another team here. Nice. They're still there, watch out. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Worlds 2023 and the semifinals. Game number 1 of this series was an absolute stomp by Weibo as they completely
Did
crushed
you die outside or
BLG.
inside?
Now we're jumping into game number 2.
Oh.
Champ Select is already underway, and immediately what I'm noticing, number 1, BLG said we want blue side this time. Number 2, they said Rumble and Belveth were both a problem. Those are gone.
This is when you're playing ranked with your homies and you just get super stomped in a game. You know,
Yeah, I'm just
what?
gonna get
It
safe.
wasn't us. It was the champions.
Yeah.
It's the Rumble. It's the Belveth. Get them out of
Actually, I
here.
gotta go.
It's also the flip side as well for Weibo, where they're like, Nico is really strong. I don't want to play against him unless we can first pick it, so they're going to battle away on the opposite side and sticking to that Jarvan as well. Also, the Crisp still keeping that Renata ban that you pointed out already.
Yeah, I gotta get going.
Yeah, the Renata
Nah, they're
ban
gonna leave. I need to go
getting
back over there and get
most
some
wanting
shit.
to give that over. Will the Jax get banned out? And if it is not, you know, would BLG be willing to go for it? Obviously, Orianna's available. Some of these key picks are still available. That's going to get banned. But Xayah, Jax, 2 really high prio picks here for BLG, both available.
Well, the big difference for me that I'm noticing with that Renata ban last time around, when it was Weibo on blue side, BLG was confident the Renata wouldn't come out until the second half of the draft. This time around, they want to ban it out early, not get over. You leave the Jax open, Bin will pick the Jax.
They took all your heals too. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely insane on the
I gotta run.
pick. He has looked so damn good at the World Championship. A 10.5 KDA on this pick from at the moment, but I think it kind of then says, all right, are we just going to go towards Xayah here for Light? Do we high prioritize still the Aphelios, which I think Light was pretty happy to just take at that bot side, especially we can leave or find
Oh, dude.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't get the Medi in time. That sucks. I thought there was gonna be some health in there or
This
something.
almost feels like a throwback to, you know, you remember way back when we had Ardent Sensor meta, and then it pushed all to hyper pushing lanes, and we started getting Jace, we started getting Caitlyn, we started getting all the pressure, you know, that year towards just pushing towers, really being able to dominate. I'm gonna be so curious to see what they're gonna pair with this. Light already has played the Caitlyn. They did play Caitlyn Lux, and I want to say they played a Caitlyn Heimer game as well. I think it was also played with that Heimer, so really be interesting to see where Light does go, because
what's up,
Good
dude?
whistle for things.
All right, the Varus locked in. There's one we haven't seen a whole lot of so far throughout this tournament. Pretty low presence.
Okay.
But Varus Ash, if you think your opponents are going to play some Caitlyn Lux lane bully style, you bring out the Varus Ash and you fight fire with fire.
And I think this is such a sick pickup. Obviously, we see T1 has brought it out with Keria taking that Ash to the bot side, but the Ash is such a good answer to Caitlyn. You can outscale her with the W, you can cause her a major amount of issues, and then you get this Varus that's just going to be an absolute menace, especially if you consider that Weibo are more than likely going to go for the Jace, go for this long-range poke. You can answer a lot of that as well coming into the rest of the draft.
So now we have to find out, is it going to be Lux? Is it going to be the Heimer? The Lux will get locked in, so Caitlyn Lux against this Varus Ash. This is drawing junglers like sharks on the water to the bot lane because everyone is squishy. If anyone hits a CC, somebody's probably going to die on either side. It will be an absolute bloodbath down there potentially. So this is really, really exciting now to see where they want to go. They didn't go for the Jace early, so that obviously could get banned away. And it's also a pretty atypical draft because
He took
Weibo
Horizon.
doesn't have either of their solo laners through the first three.
I'm also curious if we end up seeing Yaga go back towards something like a LeBlanc even in the mid lane here, especially when you play something that's like that you have this Ash. I personally like to see it go for side lanes where you can have the Jax, something like a LeBlanc can operate there well, but also a huge amount of burst potential on this LeBlanc. Like if you reset is on level 6, toss it up mid, see if it hits. If it does, chances are you're probably going to be able to get a kill if it is against one of these squishier mid laners.
Well, we have the Jace banned away like you were potentially talking about there, Azale. The Rel banned out. You already have some potential pick opportunities with the ults of both the Varus and the Ashe, so they don't want to have the true hard engage of the Rel right next to it. Same story being told for the Sejuani. They're saying, we've got our jungler, powerful tank engage. You don't have yours yet, so we're going to deny similar options from you. Cassante, the final ban of the draft here for BLG. They do not want that pick into the Jax.
And especially you don't want to give away the Sejuani when you already have Jax top because that 2v2 is devastating up in that top side. They want to be able to hold down Bin, and because the Shy didn't actually get to pick his top laner early, you know, he is going to eat some more bans. Obviously the Rumble was already banned out, now the Cassante gets banned out as well. Shahu will be going towards the Azir. Remember, neither the Varus nor the Ashe have any dashes, have any real escapes from any sort of follow-up engage that the Azir could be going for.
And that's why, on the opposite side for BLG, you need some sort of like follow-up team fight start, and I think Wukong could actually be a great pick here. I think we've seen a little bit more and more starting to come out, but the opportunity to use the clone to tank the Maokai ultimate is super valuable, but it's actually going to be the Sylas as well in the mid lane, so sticking to that, hey, we can play for sides, but we've also got a ton of damage if that ultimate lands for the Ashe.
And being able to steal away that Maokai ult, that is one of those key ultimates that people really do like the Sylas into. He throws out the Maokai ultimate, you throw out yours, you answer fire with fire. The Aatrox here, we'll see if the Shy is going to lock it in. Ben obviously not having a great time on it in the last game, but the Shy so well known for this pick. Has been playing the tankier style, unlike what we saw from Ben last game and what we've seen from Zeus. He's been more going towards the Gore Drinker Hysterics, you know, being that beefy frontliner, trying to get into the back line and really make things difficult, and it will get locked in.
I think as well, when you've already got a triple melee top side for BLG, the Aatrox works perfectly there because you get so much value from your Gore Drinker. You get so much value from being able to toss out your Darken Blade. So I think the Shy is going to be able to provide a huge amount of that front line that you really need here for Weibo.
And the way that their comp functions is kind of similar to last game for Weibo, right? Because they don't really have any real hard engage. You throw out the Maokai ultimate, but that's about it. And the engage tools are much more plentiful on the BLG side, but can they actually keep up in the early game to really make use of them?
Exactly, and my eyes are all focused on this bottom lane like you were talking about earlier, Azale. These four champions that all just want to push, that all don't have a lot of great methods to defend themselves if you catch them while they're pushing, with junglers both being able to have incredibly effective ganks very early on with the Vi and the Maokai. This should be a PvP magnet.
I think this is where you might get the Weiwei special. The L free camp immediately in the bot lane. Do whatever the hell you can to try and influence his bot side. Won't be a dive because I think you got so much push coming through from the Ashe and Varus, but just trying to punish any sort of overextension is going to be massive here on this bot side. So I think it's going to be fast and quick to this bot lane.
And the summoners are the same setups on both sides for the bot lane. It's cleanse on the ADs, it is heal on the supports, so you can really target those supports with a CC. If either side lands that one CC, the follow-up can mean 100-0 play, especially post-6. Binding into trap, into Caitlyn Lux ulti, that could be a death. And likewise on the other side, Ashe or Varus hits an ulti, the other is a guaranteed follow-up, and that could be 100-0 play. So it's going to be so much about nailing these skill shots, being able to actually dodge out from your opponents, and we'll see how
I was trying to come and get you. Fuck, my bad.
shots being fired back and forth as Alk keeps a slight amount of hope.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be anything that you have to really worry about in the grand scheme of things, but I think as we start to roll into this, you can already see with the early vision that they're trying to set up on both sides, anyone who can get any sort of big clean.
Probably gonna play like a couple more games and I'm hopping off.
You've already got that blue ward placed on the blue buff of Weiwei, so I think that's where a lot of this is going to be a case of, okay,
yeah, it's
where
getting
can
late.
we spot Weiwei as he makes his way through his
I think it's already like 1. Yeah, it's already 1 a.m. So
How this top lane's gonna play
yeah,
out.
we getting off soon. I just took a long ass nap today and fucked up my sleep schedule.
I'm gonna take the Aatrox into your rumble, and then he just lost the matchup massively. Now this time the Shy's saying, I'll show you how to play Aatrox as a counter pick, and it's up against Bin's signature champion.
Absolutely, and you have to play out the early levels well, you know, on this Aatrox. You know, level 1 to 3, that's kind of giving him more than Jax's real time to shine. But, you know, I do think through kind of like 3 through 9, you know, that sort of range, I think Aatrox has to play this matchup out quite well, because if you're not getting ahead, you're going to get slowly outscaled by the Jax. And when Jax hit the 1 item, 2 items type point, you're going to lose full control in the side lane, and that's where it becomes really, really difficult, because there's not really anyone else to match this Jax out in the side lane, especially when there's a Vi there. The ability to actually play through sides, get picks, get kills is going to be quite high. So the Shy is going to have to handle as well, make sure that he doesn't fall behind.
And it looks like at the moment you're going to probably see Shun making that trip actually up to the top side a little bit earlier. Went for a full clear on the spot side, he's now going to enter up towards the top side jungle, so if Bin is able to get some effective trades, that could be a point of contention.
Right,
but I mean, with Xiao having this much control, might need to be a transitional gank for Shun through mid, but actually looking at this bot side instead, he knows Weiwei's here because of that ward earlier.
Yeah, the ward saw him jump over the wall, go after the blue buff. Shun also confident to step up and see if maybe there's an opportunity for something because of the state of bottom lane, with Elk and On just having that massive wave shoved up. A similar story is also being told on the top side. It's huge side lane push on both ends of the rift for BLG, so Shun goes mid. Xiaohu already used the shifting sands to get away initially, so the flash has to be spent to get away from Shun.
And I think that's just Weibo losing track of Shun because he went for that kind of weird, or well, I won't say weird, it's actually a good play in towards River to then lean bot side. It means that they weren't expecting him to be coming through that bot side of the map. And as well, now you still get the flash burn, Shun still gets to go towards his top side. You can see now Maokai though, start to slip in behind this bot side, and they don't have the vision there to spot him out.
Yeah, that big opportunity to really get things swinging down here. Let's see if Weiwei gets it done. The signature Weiwei play. Maokai into the bottom lane at level 3. On's going to take the damage here at the start, but the problem is Crisp is already down to 150 HP. Elk and On doing a great job putting focus in the 2v2 before the third man arrives to make it so the play has to fizzle.
Yeah, Chris stepped up so early and took so much damage from the BLG bot lane. The Shy should live, we'll see.
The Shy just got solo killed for first blood. Bin will die to the turret afterwards, but the Jax is ready to go.
The thing is though, he just TP'd back, so the Shy will get to match the base. He has actually a bit of a better buy because he's back later and can TP into lane and still has his flash, so although Bin got the kill, honestly that's a win for the Shy.
That's not that bad at the end of the day. On this bot side, you know, Chris stepped up very, very early, and On and Elk just pushed forward, looked to attack him. They played it out incredibly well. On just retreats down into that alcove because he's the one without cleanse. He knows he's the one who would actually get burst down there. So by the time this Maokai actually arrives, it's only Elk that's available to be hit. He spends the cleanse, backs it up. So really well done there.
But now Shun needs to try and protect his top side. Flash stun from Weiwei sets up easy for a kill with the Shy, especially with Bin being a level down for the moment. So Shun just trying to clear out this top side, get the vision down, then let Bin play it. Well, I was going to say easy, but maybe aggressive in this lane.
All right, we got both junglers coming into the top lane now as the Shy's going to get hit with the Vault Breaker, continuing to fall back as Weiwei's ready to reinforce. There's a big minion wave there, so Shun and Bin, despite the fact that they get their jungler into the fight first, do not want to continue taking this one.
Yeah, it's a huge minion wave, and the Shy also did level up, so he has that level advantage. If you die with a wave like this coming towards you, your game is so screwed.
Yeah,
to try
they
and
were
get
pushing
this
me. They
kill
were
before
shooting me.
Yagao and Shun arrive off their bases. So they just try and get as much damage down, and they know Xiaohu's going to be there to finish things off.
I've got to say, I'm pretty surprised though they shouldn't completed that base. I felt like there was a pretty obvious dive angle there from Weibo, and the fact that he actually does complete the base means Bin got put in a really hard spot. But I kind of want to watch that again because it felt to me like when Bin got his counter-strike back up, he survived the dive, then he walked forward to try to hit minions, which I think was for a level up. Maybe he thought there was some sort of angle to get a level up, make some sort of play happen, but he's kind of exposed himself for an easy kill there for Xiaohu. So was a bit of a weird kind of set of circumstances, and now you called it, Rob. He kind of got put behind. He spent the flash early, didn't have it for the dive. The Shy didn't use his flash.
Almost not the Valkyrie.
And despite the fact that he gets the solo kill, makes the aggressive play happen, he is on the back foot.
And Shun again is just trying to split this map so then he can try and keep being safe on that top side.
Pop my shield back.
He still has control there for Elkanon in that bot lane, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Weiwei trying to now put that pressure down onto the bottom side, especially when you have this Ashe Varus in the bot lane. You want to be able to try and play for things like Dragon, trying to be able to get control over that bot lane completely, but I mean, if you've now got to try and keep things on the top side of the map, it's only opening up for Weiwei to try and play aggressive bot lane and start to get those dragons for himself.
He's healing up. Heard him heal down there.
Other ones, never mind. We got a dive coming out here in the mid lane. They don't even need to dive, but they throw him back away from the turret. And BLG get kill number 2.
Xiaohu's ult had just come back up, so I think the game plan there was flash forward, ult them underneath the tower, and Weiwei can then follow up with the CC underneath the tower. Unfortunately, he just flashes into a big old fist that tells him to sit down.
Yeah, the Q there perfectly timed from Shun. Flashes right into it. And now BLG starting this up. They're going to try to get this Herald, but the Shy is coming.
Yeah, the thing is, Xiaohu can't join up with the TP. They do find the chains of corruption here in the bottom lane, but now the Shy's ready to go and jump in on the fight. Weiwei getting back away, but now Bin's trying to bring him down. Shun's going to be super low here too. He grabs the kill on Weiwei as they still can't kill Shun yet. The Shy finally picks it up, and now Xiaohu's ready to help his top laner trying to turn it around. But Yagao's made his way into the fight. He won't find the Sky the Duck. The Shy sidesteps, and Bin tries to counter strike it again. Arrow from across the map, but it goes between the uprights. The Shy and Xiaohu still seeing if there might be an angle for Yagao, but he can dash right back over the wall.
That was so incredibly close to breaking open either way, but both junglers go down. Shun is the one that picks it up, but that's again now 3 kills for the Shy on the top side, make it potentially 4 as Yagao is coming to help.
Not quite wanting a 2v1 here just yet. Maybe once the cooldowns come back up. Big minion wave though.
He just wants to hold it because Weiwei is coming up here.
All right, Yagao leads the charge, but with Weiwei here, yeah, there's nothing left to do.
So now it gets really awkward because both Yagao and Bin are low, and Shun is showing mid, so they know that he's not there. So it does mean that it's going to be a wave that isn't able to be crashed, and we can watch again on the Rift Herald fight.
Yeah, and here you can just see they immediately turn on to Shun, knowing that he doesn't have the opportunity to try and really get away. He's going to be the squishier one, but the level up here from Shun is so crucial because it means the Shy has to burn his flash there to get the kill. So when Yagao comes in, he doesn't have the opportunity to use the reposition here to actually land that Q3, set up the kill with Yagao, and then barely that Ashe arrow missing out on Xiaohu means that they're not able to, well, I don't think they'd have been able to follow up, but at least put the distance between themselves and Xiaohu.
Still, despite the fact that our kills are even, it's a 1,500 gold lead for BLG. The Shy's got the lead up there in that top lane matchup, but a massive gap in terms of the jungle tempo here favoring Shun over Weiwei is a big deal.
Yeah, and I think as well, the fact that you're looking at, well, Xiaohu was able to get that turret plate in mid because Yagao had to cover topside, but we're going to be looking at Ocean Dragon as BLG.
BLG throwing out the engage, and they immediately find the pick under Crisp, following the take of the objective. That was an Ocean Drake. So a reminder, we've teamed up with Amazon Web Services for a new campaign called Take the Drake for Water's Sake. For every Ocean Drake taken, AWS will make a donation to water.org. That Drake was the 39th one slain since the world's 2023 Swiss stage. That's a lot of dead Ocean Drakes, but for a pretty good cause.
And it's real nice of Weibo to give that donation to BLG off the back of that as well, because they did not need to be in a position for that Dragon. They could have completely left that one aside and it could have been all right, but the fact they end up trying to contest now gives control again to BLG. This tower's going